already have a plan on how you're going to spend your 10 days, how you're going to spend, I don't know, the 50,000, the 100,000, the 500,000, or maybe the million and plus dollars that you're going to receive once you sell your AMC stock at the peak of the moon. Have you ever thought about that? Because it's really important for you to have a plan right now. All right. Because trust me, when we are in the midst of this whole craziness happening with the share price going to unimaginable highs, when it happens, a lot of people are going to be somehow lost, because when you don't have a plan, you tend to be emotional. When you are emotional, it's never the best way to handle money, especially in a stock market, but even more so with a stock like AMC in the midst of the moon price hitting new highs pretty much every single day. Now, let me share with you, some thoughts on what I'm planning on doing when, I have, I don't know, 500,000 or maybe 100,000, depending on, my price target when I decide to exit. And I think that will speak a lot to people who, have used or been exposed to the stock market for the very first time through AMC stock. Because truth is, folks, being good with money, achieving financial freedom, because I guess this is the whole plan for us. We've been holding so far. We've been so much patient. We went beyond and above the level of patience we ever experienced with anything else before in this stock. And that is why it's so much important not to let this kill you, because it will feel like you hit the lottery for a lot of people in this play. It will feel like you hit the lottery. And if you do the research, you will see by yourself that 99% of people who hit the lottery just few years after ended up being broke, bankrupt, and in a worse financial situation and personal situation than they were before hitting the jackpot. So this will feel a lot like hitting the jackpot for a lot of people. And that is why I want to share my thoughts on some suggestions for you to pick up, because I don't want you to lose all that money once you've been working hard at holding, doing your research, listening to videos, watching videos, educating yourself into getting this financial freedom through this stock specifically. So if I gain or earn 500,000 right now, my plan is the following. First off, I will make sure I don't have any debt left over. Like, I don't care if it's my mortgage. I don't care if it's a business loan. I don't care if it's a student loan. Even more so if it's a student loan, and definitely a car loan or car note, because those are the most expensive ways for you to lose money having a loan. So I will make sure that is out of the picture, because it's like you're preventing yourself from running when you or walking. So why will you not run? Why will you walk? let me get to my thoughts. Why will you walk when you have the ability to run? Why will you drive at 50 when you have the ability to go 100? You can kind of see my point, right? So I will make sure I have all my debts paid for, because the next thing, it will give me some, not only emotional confidence, strength, to move even forward with the rest of what I need to do with this money. Second, I will make sure my bills are set for life, and I will never ever be in a position to worry about money oversleep just because my money is tied somewhere. And how to do so? I will build an emergency fund. Even if you already have an emergency fund, I will build another one that will be kind of like, your bridge fund. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just say for a bunch of us, that money falling into our hands will allow some of us, or maybe a lot of us, not to work anymore, not to trade time for money, not to do what they don't like doing, because they have the money to make that choice and to have that option available for them. So there will either some people that will change careers, some people that will want to travel the world, some people that will say, you know what, I'm just going to retire for now. Or some people will say, for 1 year or two, I just want to have a gap year where I sit down, do nothing, just enjoy myself because I earned it. So for those people, you will need to make sure the bills will not, crumble you again into going back to debt. So how do I do that? I have 12 months of this cushion or / emergency fund. So I will figure out, how much do I need to leave wherever in the world I want to live for a whole year. And I will multiply by 12. And I will set that money aside either in a money market fund or in a high savings account. That's it. It needs to be liquid because if something happens, if I travel the world for 12 months, I want to be able to withdraw the money without losing its value. Even inflation, it's kind of, but that's for another video. And then finally, I will make sure that that money remaining, that money left when I have option 1 and 2 done, is growing without me having to lifting any finger. So how do I do that? You invest. Stock market, crypto market, real estate market, or any business out there. There are so many avenues where you can make that money grow more than just 10% each year. But now, depending on your exposure to risk, your risk appetite, your acceptance to greedy or whatever, you will be sitting maybe I just need maybe 12%. So find a mutual fund or an ETF that has gained for the last 25 years 12%, and use that one. Put the money there and sit back and relax. It will be growing when you sleep, because ultimately that's the goal, right? To have your money grow while you sleep. Or you can also put that in the crypto market. The crypto market right now is still very, very at the beginning of stage, because it's exactly like internet was when it came out 20 years ago. People were thinking this is going to go nowhere, that this will just go flat down. But now, can you imagine yourself living without internet? Without internet, it is impossible. And I do strongly believe cryptocurrencies is going to be the exact same thing, because we are shifting towards a digital world. And in a digital world, cryptocurrency is going to replace your currencies and it's going to be the next digital currency. So a lot of opportunities there. Or you can also invest into the real estate market. Many ways to do that. You can flip house, rent house, Airbnb, whatever. And you can also do, venture capital. You invest in businesses without you operating the business and gain 20, 30, 35, 40, even more in terms of gains each year. Yeah, that's called private equity, venture capital, angel investing, and a bunch of people do that out there and are even the richest behind the scenes you don't even know exist. Now ultimately, if you don't know how to invest that money, that's where you need to invite and have somebody that is a professional to assist you with. I don't go and pull my teeth by myself. I go to a dentist. Why? Because the dentist is here to do the job he went for school for. I don't represent myself when I sold my house or when I buy my house, because I'm not a realtor. I don't have a license. So I lay that for a professional to do the work. I don't, try to, have a surgery on me, because I don't have the skill set. So it's going to be the exact same thing. CPA, lawyer, financial advisor, maybe if you need, but if you don't need, well, that's a good thing, because that's money you're saving. So I will kind of stop here, and this will be my strategy for you guys out there who don't have a plan yet, but need to have one, because when the time comes, when it's time to get the money and run away, because it's time to get out, well, you need to have a plan. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. Trust me, I've been there. You're going to go crazy. And I don't want